Hello, I haven't made a video in a while. Why is that? Because time is money and I'm a broke bitch. So I thought, you know what? Let's sit down, let's do some homework, and let's chat because why not? I'm gonna be working on some homework from my natural disasters class, which is basically just a really fancy way of saying physical geography. Actually, the full name of the course is Forces of Geography, Physical Patterns and Processes. And our teacher told us that it used to just be called Physical Patterns and Processes, but no one would take the course because, like, what the hell are physical patterns and processes? So they changed it to Forces of Nature, and then suddenly everyone got interested in it because that sounds a lot cooler than physical patterns and processes. Also, before we get into that, can I just show you the abomination that is this? This is my accounting workbook. It is one thick boy, but that's not it. That's not all. This is the accounting textbook. Another thick boy. So I have a fat workbook and a fat textbook, which I need to carry with me all the time. Like, this entire binder is literally this workbook. That's it. And like a few other sheets from natural disasters. It's annoying. Oh, I also have accounting homework tonight. So there's a couple things I need to do. Number one is to read these articles. Well, actually I only have to read one because my partner was supposed to read the other one and then we were supposed to plagiarize off of each other. That's literally what we were supposed to do. I also have to answer some textbook questions. I could have done all of this in class, like today and yesterday, but I didn't do that. Instead, I talked about diphthongs and Shane and I made a baby. I'm not even gonna explain that. Look at all the notes. Look at all the notes. Today, I spilled 2 beverages on myself within 1 hour. Not my finest day. I was sitting in Spanish class and in dire need of some sort of liquid thing to drink, and my friend had Sprite, and she gave it to me and didn't tell me that it had shaken up in her bag, and so I went to open it and she exploded. Luckily, my uniform pants are very absorptive? That's not a word. Luckily, my uniform pants have incredible absorptive qualities, so they dried up real quick. And then, like, near the end of the class, I asked my friend if I could have some water, and I spilled it all over myself when trying to drink it, so I don't know what's happening. I don't know. So many notes. So many notes. All 3 of my emoji pens are running out, which is sad. I'm gonna have to get new ones. And yes, I like exclusively use Muji pens now. And my favorite colors are like the navy blue and the black. And every time I go to find replacements, they never have them because they're obviously like the most popular colors. So I just end up buying another pen each time. I have like 7 empty Muji pen cases lying around. What do I do with them now? We love learning about continental drift. That's the theory that the continents were like this before Pangea. So I have been really obsessed with this one guy. His name is Eric Singer, and he's a dialect coach / linguistic expert, and he makes videos with Wired, like part of their technique critique series, and they're so interesting. Like, I'm already really interested in languages and like linguistics, so just listening to him talk about all the different parts of the English language, it's so interesting. I learned that a diphthong is a sound that moves into another sound, but like in one letter, like in the word life. That's 2 sounds. And I also learned that the goat vowel is the vowel found in the word goat, and like boat and moat and things like that. And I have recently decided that my favorite goat vowel is in Paleozoic because that's a great word. I keep watching these videos instead of doing work, but I can't help it because they're so good. Basically, the moral of this story is everybody needs to go watch every video that Eric Singer has ever made with Wired. Give the guy his own channel. Like, honestly, he's incredible. I have Spanish class this semester and French the next semester, but I'm also like learning Portuguese at the same time as Spanish. I'm learning on a Duolingo, and they're so similar yet so very different. Like, the fundamental part of the word will be the same as Spanish, but it'll be spelled completely differently. Portuguese is like Spanish had a bad day. Or Portuguese is like if Spanish and French had a baby together. You know, it has all the Spanish vocab and stuff like that, but it has the quality that French has, where they just sort of throw random letters into the word just for fun, and you don't say any of them. You could have a French word that has like 7 letters in it and you'd pronounce 3. And there are some French words that are just impossible to pronounce. What's an example? Anything with the sound and close together, like heureux. What the hell is that? I'm pretty sure that means happiness, but honestly, saying that word does not make me happy. It makes me feel like I'm throwing up. Heureux. Heureux. There's this like pre-dinosaur looking thing. It's called a Listosaurus and it's really ugly. I've also been wanting to do like a recap of my Australia trip. I didn't film in Australia because I knew that my phone could not handle the storage that would need. So instead I think I'm gonna like sit down and just talk about it. I took a lot of photos, so that's good. I just haven't had the time. And it's been like a month since I've gotten back. I had so much fun in Australia. I honestly think it was one of the best trips that we've ever taken. I'll talk more about it if I ever get around to filming that video. I have to read 100 pages of American Gods. We're reading this in our novel club and the meeting's tomorrow, and I still haven't read it. This always ends up happening. I tell myself, you know what, I'm gonna read it over the weekend. I'm gonna get it out of the way. But then I'm so busy that I never get to read it, and then suddenly I'm reading 100 pages Wednesday night, frantically trying to get through it before the meeting Thursday morning. It's so hot in here. I turned the fan off because my fan makes the weirdest, loudest noises, and I didn't want it to mess up the audio for this. And so now I'm just sweating. I'm melting in here. I don't know how much longer I can do this. It's the end of September and it's still like 25 degrees. I don't know why. Maybe it's something to do with the climate changing. We're doing debates currently in English class, and my group got assigned anti-vax versus vax. I'm on the side of vax, thankfully, because how are you supposed to defend anti-vax? I feel so bad for the people trying to do that. I feel like after the debate, we just need to all give each other one big hug, because we're all vaccinated, and we won't get measles from each other. And that's been a big thing. I also have to do like this site essay thing. We're gonna have this test where we're gonna have to read this essay and then like pick out all the important parts of it. Okay, it's so hot. I'm melting. I don't think I can do this anymore. This is what you get. I don't know what this was, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye.